Big shout out to Sporting Icons, best channel out there.
Okay, so Johnny Fisher, he stops Dominic Musil in round number 1. Bounces them around off the canvas, and of course the referee has to stop the fight. Good performance, great predatory instincts by Johnny Fisher. Johnny Fisher is now 7-0, so congratulations to him. Now, Dominic Musil, he has been stopped twice before. He got stopped by Dempsey McKean, and he got stopped by David Adelaide. It took David Adelaide 4 rounds to get rid of him. It just took Johnny Fisher 1. It was a huge punch that I don't think Dominic Musil really recovered from within like the first minute of the round. And of course, then he gets bounced around again and that. So huge congratulations to Johnny Fisher. Quite clearly, he's going to be a bit of a problem going forward. Of course, he's still at the development stage of his career. There's no rush. And him fighting these kind of guys, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Dominic Musil coming into this fight had 4 defeats. He won his last fight. He beat a prospect who was 2-0. But, I mean, to be fair, I think Dominic Musil should really be cruiserweight. I mean, if you look at the size of him and everything and the body frame that he's got, he should really be a cruiserweight. He shouldn't be mixing it with the heavyweights. But either way, Johnny Fisher's doing what it is that he's supposed to do. The Ron Fob Army is supporting him quite clearly. And of course, they are all knockout thirsty. And I do feel that Johnny is playing up for that a little bit. But he did start off the round quite well, where he was just using his jab and whatever. He looked quite loose, which is good to see. Some fighters can be a little bit over loose, but I think that Johnny Fisher has pretty much got it spot on. So congratulations to Mark Tibbs on getting that aspect of Johnny Fisher pretty much sorted compared to like his first 3 fights. But I think that Johnny Fisher is knockout hungry, of course he is. But when he hurts you, of course he's going to be. He's going to get excited. He's going to give the crowd what they're there to watch. And of course, Eddie Hearn, right after in the post-fight interview, was obviously saying, stay around to watch Jordan Gill versus Kiko Martinez and Katie Taylor. Why? Because he's worried to death that Johnny Fisher's done. He's finished his fight, and the crowd's just going to disappear. The Romford Army is bringing big numbers, but it's not always down to the numbers. Ultimately, it's down to what you do in the boxing ring. When someone's firing back a live wire, I'd like to see him take on a Solomon Dakers. That would be a very interesting fight. I'd like to see him take on a Nick Campbell, a Stephen Robinson, a David Adelaide. These kind of guys. I'd like to see him take on someone like that. I'm not saying next, but within the next 2 or 3 fights, I'd like to see that. I would, but I think that his progress so far is very, very good. I think Eddie Hearn Matchroom are guiding him correctly with the kind of opponents that they're putting him in with. That's for sure. That is for sure. How far could Johnny Fisher go? Still very, very early. Very early. It is. But either way, congratulations to him. Another knockout defeat. I'd like to see somebody who's going to go there and try and at least get to the end of the fight. I'd like to see that. Somebody who's going to throw back, somebody who's going to punch back. Give Johnny Fisher something to think about. But of course, with him being based there with Mark Tibbs, of course, he's going to get some of the best sparring in the world with the likes of Derek Chisora and Joe Joyce and whoever else, okay? So, of course, he's always going to get that kind of good sparring, whereas a lot of other heavyweights of equal standing to a Johnny Fisher won't get that kind of sparring. So, already, he's getting a leg up, which is fantastic for him, right? Anyway, congratulations to Johnny Fisher. Looking good. Looking real good. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.